Hey guys, out here in snowy Flagstaff, Arizona. Been snowing here for about the last day, and it's going to be snowing for about the next 24 hours. So I thought I'd just go over a quick survival shelter. Not necessarily a winter survival shelter, but if you do it right, you should be able to get through a night in the snow, no problem. Basically, I'm just doing a normal natural teepee or a wigwam or a Wickiup, but I'm just going to call it a teepee. So basically, I'm going to use dead pines for these to build the dead pine trees, not these branches, to build the teepee. But I'm going to use fallen trees. I have my wood cutting permit, so I could cut down some dead ones, but there's a lot of fallen pines around here, so I think I'll just use some of those. So let's get started. We'll go on the hunt for some pines. Alright, part of my gear that I'll be using today is a little Gerber hand saw, just retractable, works great. 15-20 bucks at REI, and I love it, man. I've had it for years now. Just a good one, perfect. Alright, so I think I've got enough wood to get this teepee going. All I had to use was this to cut some of it apart, but most of it was just already ready to go. All I had to do was pick it up. So let's get it started here. Shouldn't take very long at all. Alright guys, so first things first is this is the space blanket. I couldn't refold it into as tight as it was before I made that winter shelter, my first video. So I just used this little bungee cord to tie it up, and I'm actually going to use this bungee cord right now. Alright, so I'm going to take 3 sturdy logs. I'll do this guy. This guy, oh yeah. They've got to be close to the same height. Forgive my sniffling, guys. Okay. Oh, that one. So those of these are 3 different heights. They should work just fine. All right. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take bungee cord and wrap it around. Okay. As many times as I can do it. And then I'm just going to hook them to themselves. There we go. Alright, that's pretty simple. All I'm going to do is stand it up. Okay. Make sure nothing's uneven. It looks like it is just by a hair. And you just start extending them. Looks like this guy's going to fall out. My hand, oh gosh. Didn't realize I lost you guys there. Talking to myself, I guess. Alright, perfect. So obviously it's not very tall. Oh. As you guys can see, it's not the tallest base in the world, probably about 4 feet or so. But this should work great. And I'll make it wider, so all you got to do is start adding onto the side now. It's pretty simple. Literally. Just this times 1,000. Let's get started. Alright, as you guys can see, I added about 12 or 13 branches, but or fallen trees. But if it wasn't pissing snow right now, and if this wasn't for demonstrative purposes, and if I didn't have to walk a mile back to my car, I'd do a lot more than this. But for right now, this is going to have to do. Now, if it wasn't snowing, my next step would probably be to gather up pine needles, which are unlimited. I mean, they're all over the place, but they're all under snow right now, so the next best bet is to get live pine needles. So I'm just going to go down and I've seen a few trees over here that were already fallen, and I'm just going to take the pine needles off them. Alright guys, as you can see, I've gathered a bunch of pine branches, pine needles and all that. I'm just going to start putting them on there. And what you want to do is, when you're building a shelter, you want to start at the bottom. Start building from the bottom up when it comes to the roof or the wall, because this way rain will and snow will fall off of it rather than just you know, seep into it. Obviously, as you guys can tell, this is going to take a while. I don't even have 1/10 of the branches I need, but I think that tree's going to have everything I need. So I'm going to go ahead and put you guys away here for a minute so I can just get this done, and we'll check back in here in probably about 15-20 minutes. All right, we're about done. Like the structure itself, I would have added more to it if I had more time. What this should do for demonstrative purposes, obviously you can see through it. You don't want to be able to see through this, but this should work just fine. Now, if we were camping in a snowing situation and we had this, I would have wrapped this around the top of this shelter, so it's kind of like a funnel looking almost, and then put the pines on top of it, so then it would surely be waterproof. But I'm gonna actually use this for something else. Maybe we can make it a little warmer in there. That should be enough, actually. Okay. All right, next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna take this space blanket and I'm just gonna put it right we have no dexterity right now. My goodness. Can't even tell where it refolds. Oh, there we go. Alright guys, so that's about it. I mean, I didn't take very much time because I only gave myself about an hour and a half to put it together. I had to find all the branches, then I had to find the fallen tree so I could cut the pines off. And like I said, I wanted to have a fire inside, and that's what I'm doing. And this is going to reflect some of the heat over time, but obviously there's a lot of gaps in this, and if this were you know, a real survival situation, I would have spent another 45 minutes at least gathering these needles and these pines here. These work great as insulation. I'd also put some on the ground as insulation as well. Right now I'm just sitting on dirt. I moved the snow and I'm just sitting on dirt because I'm just going to hang out here and make some hot chocolate actually. But I also put this here because the wind's coming from this way, so it'll act as a wind block as well, and allow me to keep in the most heat as possible, even with an exposed roof and you know, some exposed holes along the way. It's probably, I'd say, about 10-15 degrees warmer in here at least than it was you know, outside of the shelter. Alright, so obviously I'm not going to have a fire that's too high. This is probably going to be as high as I'll get it, in the sense that I don't want to set my shelter on fire. These obviously have, this one specifically has only been dead for a few weeks, I would guess, but it's still, you know, it obviously could burn if it had enough flame to it. So I'm going to keep the flame pretty low, but I'm going to get some hot chocolate cooking and, yeah, and try to enjoy myself here in the first snowstorm of the year. About that much, 8-10 ounces. Cool thing about stainless steel, and specifically a Stanley product, is that it handles so long I can just hold it out like this, and it's gonna burn just fine. It's gonna boil just fine, I'm sorry. Might be a little quicker too. Alright, so I've been holding it for about 5 minutes maybe. Oh, been holding it for about, yeah, 5 minutes, and still cool to the touch, baby. Not a problem. With the mini marshmallows in there, if there's anything more holiday-esque, Alright guys, so just let me here finish my hot chocolate. Like I said, pretty simple shelter. You just got to have enough materials and have the patience to really build it. So if you got any questions or concerns, please, comment below. And if you like the video, hey, I'd love for you to subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. And Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and stay warm, guys.